2nd of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
So we we had a question. Iboilahu, Kikama Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar. And Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar said his din. Oh, so what exactly was the din that he said? Ken Haya Rabbi Elazar Omer Hamatzil Mina Ari Mina Dov, etc. Suta Shoyam, etc. Or he finds it in a stratya, a platya, gedola, or b'kol makom sharabi matsuyin sham, a place where a large number of people frequent. So that din is harei elu shalo, mipnei shabaylim misyaishi mehen. We assume that the Bailim was Meyayish, despaired from finding his chayfetz once he finds out that it was lost from him. And now the Gemara asked the question, he Amar Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, when he said that din, that the finder finds the item in a makom that Rabbim is Mitsuyim Sham, a lot of people found over there. Is that talking about a case which is Rov Kananim, majority of non-Jews, about Barov Yisrael lo? But if it would be a place which is majority of Jews, he doesn't say such a din, that the Baalim would be Miyayish, or Dilma, or perhaps Afilu Barov Yisrael Nami Amar. Maybe he said it even in a case of Rov Yisrael. Or in other words, the people that are going in that area are majority of them are Yisrael. Okay, so then we had a number of intim silamars. We're not going to go into them right now, but now the Gemara is bringing a toshma. The Gemara is going to bring a what is it? A brisa. It's a brisa which is going to try to prove what Reb Shimon Elazar holds. So this is on Chuf Daled Amid Aleph, and we're on the page. The Toshma is the last of the narrow lines of the page, right before the spread. Everybody got the place?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. Roy, you got the place? Last wide line, it's about 3/4 of the way down on the page. The last narrow line, rather. It says Tav Shin, Toshma. Tav Shin is Toshma.
Roy, you there? You there, Roy?
Yeah.
24A2 on the right side.
Right.
Or after the break.
Side.
On the right side after the break.
Oh, I see. I see. I was looking at the left-hand side. So the Gemara attempts to resolve the first question. Toshima, come learn a resolution to our question from the brisa, which states Hamatse Ma'uz, one who finds coins, Bevote Kenisios, in a synagogue of the Knes, the Kote, the Benesios, in a synagogue, Ubavose, midrashot, or in study halls. One who finds coins in synagogues or in study halls. Overhaul, Makom, no, yeah, Makum, Sheharavim, Metzia, Yin, Shom, or in any place in which large numbers of people are commonly found. All these people seem to be Jewish. Hare, Elo, Shalom. These belong to the finder. Mipnei Shehabar Elim, Metzia Eshin, Mahen, because the owner despairs of recovering them. Mahen, Gemora, Li. Whom have you heard? The Azil, the Ter, Ruvot, taking into consideration the multitudes in determining what should be done with the lost object. Rabbi Shimon ben Eleazar, who in the earlier Brisa, says the art scroll, permits the finder to keep objects found in areas frequented by multitudes of people. Thus, this anonymous Brisa too must be the ruling of Reb Shimon ben Eleazar. Anyway, Shomei Megad, therefore, learn from this anonymous Brisa, which permits the finder to keep coins found in the synagogue. Afilu Barov Yisrael Nomi, that Reb Shimon ben Eleazar permits him to keep it even where the majority of people are Jews.
Okay, good. Let's take a look at the Rashi. Rashi can be found. The first Rashi we're going to do is Rashi Dibra Masko Hamotzi Mos.
We're finding money. I got to find where it is.
It's about 20 narrow lines down.
The word narrow is that's tough. It's in the middle somewhere. I see the word mo. No, that's not mo.
The last two words in the line. Motzi Mos.
It's just below the second skewer.
You see it, skewer. What's a skewer? No, I don't.
Like what you.
Barbecue spit.
Barbecue spit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to look where that is. I'm on the right page because I've got I know where the Gemora is.
Up Dalet Amud Aleph.
Yeah, well, you did the Barov Yisrael. No, where is it related to Barov Yisrael? Oh yeah, but where it says the word Hamotzi Mos. Yeah, okay, I see it. It defines money. Ka Sakadaita, you should think. Sibori, that there is of or a congregation amount, a public place, maos, we're gathering money. The Gatani were taught chayiv lachriz, that he should be chayiv, that he should have to announce them. Here, or since the Rabbi Metzuyim Shum, a large crowd is found there. Hari Elo Shalom, there's his. It should be, it's such a big crowd that you really he'd give up on it. Shouldn't it Yaishu Habalim, because the owners would be Miyayish on this, because it's a big crowd there, and they have no way of going to find money in a big crowd. You can't say, the owners give up hope if they lose money in a big place.
Yeah, I think this Tzibure Mos, I think what that means is that the money is tzabur, that it's bound up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just loose money that fell over there. And Rashi says kosok adaita, that at this point in the story, we're taking on, says Rashi, the Gemora is taking on that's that's the type of money that's been that was found. Coins, I guess. Okay. That was the din that comes out from the Brisa. It says Hare Shalom Yashi Mihen. Those are the words of the Brisa. And on that, the Gemara concluded, Kan Shmas Shamas Lei the Ruba. Oh no, the Gemara is asking, Man, who is it? Who is it that we hear from him that he holds the Ozel Basaruba, that you go according to the majority? What does that mean, that you go according to the majority? There's a Rashi over here, the Ozel Basaruba. Lou, you want to take it?
Okay. Maruba. I lost the place. Let's see.
It's the beginning on the line. The Azul Bata Rova. You go after the majority.
No, I can't find it.
On my page, it's right by the Hagosa Gra.
Is it on 24A3?
24A2. But that's not affect the Rashi.
It's the Rashi.
Right hand, the Gemara would be the next thing I would have.
You want me to read the Rashi?
Yeah, the Rashi.
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's what.
Rova. Go after the
Ravanan
majority there.
Ale. Bitarvaihu. Both of them.
No, that's not what we're up to. Up to the Azul Bata Rova.
5 lines down from there.
The Azil Batar Rova. Klomar Sheholech Bedin Metzia Achar Ta'am Rabim Rabis
Rabim.
Rabim Matzvayas Mitsuyim Sham. Okay, that is to say that he goes according to the law of finding things after the reason of the multitude. I don't know what Metziam is.
Mitsuyim is found. You found there. Sham there.
He found it there.
It's not talking about what he found there. It's talking about the people that are found there. That's the thing. It's not really a majority. That's what Rashi is pointing out. When the Gemara says over here, Ozel Basarov, We don't mean to say that if we got 9 stores that sell treif and 1 store that sells kosher, we're going to go according to the rove, the majority. We're not going according to the majority over here. Rashi says that. I mean, that's between the lines of Rashi. But what Rashi says, that's why he says klomer. Actually, when he says klomer, he means to say it's not what you think. You might have thought that based upon what the word itself means, that you go basaroba, that, so you go according to the 9 stores. It came from the 9 stores. It didn't come from the 1 store. No, that's not what we're talking about over here. We're talking about that we got a rabbim mitzuyim sham. We're really talking about a rabbim. We're not talking about a going basarov. We're talking about the fact that there's a multitude of people that are mitzuyim that are found in this place. And on account of that there's so many people that are found in this place. So that accounts for the reason why the Bailim is Nisyaishim. That's what the Gemora is concluding from this brisa, and the Gemora is asking, man, who is it that holds like this? That the reason for the din that the Bailim is Mesyash is based upon the fact that there's a Rabbim B'Tsuyin Sham. Okay. And actually, just take a look. It's a one-line Tosus. The Tosus tells us the whole story that I said. It's the first line of the wide lines. Tosus has a number of Tosus in the narrow lines. Then he goes to the wide lines. This is a one-line Tosus. It's the first wide line in the column of Tosus. It says Dibur Maskil Man.
Okay, man.
Want to read that, Phil?
What, the one line, what are you saying? Filu, Barov, Yisrael, Nami? We didn't finish that yet.
No.
That's the next one.
Tosus Dibur Maskil Man.
Man?
Yeah.
I see it. Near the bottom, man. The man is Shema. That's where the Shema lay. I've heard that the Azil Butter Harov, that he goes after the multitude. Perush, this is the Perush, Gabi regarding a Metzia, a found item. Below Replukta, it's not applicable to be on a disagreement to Chayshinan Lamayut, that we are concerned about the minority.
Right. So here you see the Tosus is explaining, like we were explaining, that when we say man shamasle, who is it? Man means who is it? Shamasle, that we hear from him in this brisa, the Azza Basaruba, that he goes according to the majority. Now, what Tosus says in regard to matters of finding lost items. That's what we're talking about. And accordingly, that since we're talking about that, connected at all to the famous disagreement about whether or not we should be concerned for the miyut. What does Tosus mean to be concerned for the miyut? This is the machlokes of, do we go basarov? Do we go according to the majority? And we say that, let's say, for example, if let's do it the other way. Let's say 9 stores sell kosher meat, and 1 store in the town sells treif. So if we say a rule of going basarov, we find something in the street, we'll say that it came from one of the 9 kosher stores, because we would be going basarov. We would be going according to the majority. We'll rely on the fact that the majority of stores sell kosher meat. Chayshin in the miut would mean, oh, but 1 second, one of the stores sells treif. So we have to be chayshinin. We have to be concerned for the possibility that maybe this meat came from that one store in town that sells treif. That would be an example of being chayshin l'miut. And going basarov would mean, no, we're not choshish for the 9 out of 10 stores sell kosher meat. So this meat, even though we don't know where it came from, we can rely on the fact that it came from a kosher store. So says Tosfos, when it comes to finding lost items, that machlokas has nothing to do with anything. Lo shayach. Doesn't have anything to do with it. So that's why Tosfos therefore Tosfos says it's not what we it's not talking about that machlokas, whether we're chayshin in the miut. We're talking about when it comes to finding a lost object, we go according to the majority. Like Rashi says. It's not really a majority that we're going according to. We're going to according to the fact that there's so many people. There's a rabbim that's in this place. Therefore, the owner is miyash. Okay. Let's go back to the oh, so now we have another Rashi, Berov Yisrael. Because the Gemora said, who is it? Man Shamaslei de Oza Basaruba. Who is the Tana of this Brisa that we hear from him, that he goes according to the fact that there's a Rabbim that's there, and accordingly the Bailim is going to be Miyayish, so therefore the finder can keep it. And the Gemara answers, oh, it's Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar. And then the Gemara says, Shma Mina, so we hear from that if this is what this Brisa is telling us, and it's Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, so we hear from that he holds afilu berov Yisrael nami, even in the case where there is a majority of Yisrael, where that item was found.
The berov Yisrael, Yisrael, the Beit Knesset, they're all Jews. They could be trusted, and they should be able to announce it. It shouldn't be the same issue. That's why he allows it to be not be considered lost in the Beit Knesset.
Well, actually, what does the Brisa say over here?
Actually, Reb, no, he says afilu would also there. He says that you can keep them. That's the difference. That even if it's afilu, you left out the word afilu in the Rashi, right? The afilu, even in those cases of being a Jew, you thought they should have to announce. They say no, it's really lost. I mean, once it's lost, it's lost. You know, when I'm in a big place.
Afilu berov Yisrael. Right. What Rashi is pointing out is that the Gemora deduced that if the Brisa is talking about bate kanisios and bate midrashos, then it's talking about a case where there is a Rov Yisrael in those places. If you go to your average shul or base medrash, you'll find a majority of Jews there. Okay. Now we go to the Gemora's response to this Toshma. And whose turn is it to read? Roy.
I read the paragraph before there.
Okay. You want Lou to read it? Lou. See where we are, Lou?
No, I see Tashma, Matzah Ba Aveda.
Page 24 A2, last three lines on the right-hand side. The Gemora rejects this proof.
Okay, thank you, Roy. Hacha B'mayas Keenan. Here, what are we dealing with? Bimefuzarin. With scattered coins. Since these have no identifying mark, everyone agrees that the farmer keep them, as we learned in our Mishnah. The Gemara questions this explanation of the Brisa. E mifuzarim, if we're dealing with scattered coins, excuse me, my area. Why does it Rabim Metzion Sham, a place where large numbers of people are found there? Afilu ein harabim Metzion Sham, even if it's a place where there are not a large number of people around there. Nevertheless, they scattered coins have no simon, so
Right.
you're not gonna. He keeps them. The finder keeps them. What that doesn't make any difference when there's a lot of people. Ella,
So, yeah.
rather, lelam bitrurin. We have to say that it's not with scattered coins, it's with bundled coins. Because they're identifiable. You can say there's a bundle of 10 coins. V'hacha v'mayas kinan. And here, what are we dealing with? Bivate kinesios shel kinaanim.
Oh.
Houses of assemblies of Canaanites.
Ah. Okay.
So the Canaanites were concerned that the Canaanites will take these bundles and keep them.
Wow. Say after that, what's the Kiddush also? If he lost it in a church, their rule is what do you call it? The finders, keepers, and losers, weepers. They don't even have the understanding that you have to give it back. So what's the Kiddush? If so, then what's the Kiddush of the whole brisa? Seems like we're back to square one. Maybe that's the Gemara's next question.
Majority. I mean, if there's a lot of people, who cares? If they're Canaanites, then they're not going to return it. Period.
Yeah, both. We have a number of questions on this.
Yeah, they're not. But there's the difference between scattered coins that nobody's, no matter where you are, is really lost, and bundled coin. Bundled coins in a place where Jews are, you figure they're going to announce it because they know it'll be something wrong. You know.
Let's see what the Gemara says further.
Bate Midrashim my ika lememar. What is there to say in regard to study halls mentioned in the Brisa? These are talking about places where they study Torah. Bate midrashos.
Oh, in other words, even if you'll say that the Canaanim have Bate Knesios, but the Brisa doesn't mention just Bate Knesios. The Brisa mentions Bate Midrashos. Is there any such a thing as a base medrash of Canaanim? So in other words, the answer that we're talking about Canaanim, basic Knesses of Canaanim, doesn't work because we can't say the same thing about a base medrash.
You've actually missed a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? You've really missed so far a bit of there's some Rashis we have to catch up on also for that too.
Oh, okay. Let's do the Rashi. The Mefuzarim.
Okay, Mefuzarim, that they were scattered. The Rabbanan, and this is the rabbis also, the Modeh agree with Mefuzarim that if it's scattered, the Tanan that taught Ma'os Mefuzarim, Hari Elu Shalom, that even the Rabbanan, so it's not, it's an agree, they agree on Mefuzarim, that it's not only Shimon ben Elazar, everybody agrees on that. If it's Mefuzarim, that's not there's no argument on a Mefuzarim case. But then it talks about Knesio, which are the Beit Knessets, a sifat, a gathering, a makom, the gathering place. Shamat Knessim, that they, they come together. Sham there. Lahatin ulahaved. Okay, that was the Haved is like to give testimony. Now, what is lahatin, to make a claim? Where they make claims and testimonies?
Malcolm, okay, so here we're talking, this is at the point that the Gemora said we're talking about Bate Knesios of Canaanim. So Rashi's explaining to us what was the Gemora's understanding that they're Bate Knesios of Canaanim. Canaanim don't have a Beis HaKnesses. So Beis HaKnesses literally means the place where they get together. So what do they get? We get together to daven to Hashem. What do they get together to do? So Rashi says it's to take advice, to decide, to decide upon a course of action, and to come together to meet. For various purposes, I guess. Like avad. Avad is a meeting. They come to meet. They come to take counsel. So that fits. So in other words, that's an acceptable explanation of a Beis HaKnesses shel Canaanim. That's realistic. But on that, the Gemora asked, that's very nice as far as the Beis HaKnesses goes. But what can you say about a base medrash? But the midrashos, my ikala meimar. What's there to say? They don't have a base medrash.
So is this I don't understand what we're saying about the Canaanites. They didn't have churches, they didn't have services, they didn't have anything.
No, they did Avodah Zarah.
But what we see that nowadays the Goyim have this kind of stuff.
Now the
Saying that Canaanites were different? Is Canaanites
no, I don't think.
specifically Canaanites, or is it just a word meaning non-Jews?
No, probably just it's probably the censor. The censor put in Canaanites so that people so it's not implying that non-Jews do this as well or don't do
Right.
this or
So,
whatever it
so
is.
if you look at the Christians or the Muslims, they have all this stuff.
Well, did they have this in the time of the Gemara? Did they have a place where they came to? Okay, you know, they had what did they study exactly?
Well, they say in the Vatican there's a whole set of there's at least one and maybe many sets of the Talmud. In the Middle Ages, the monks were the ones who were the scholars. They knew Latin, they knew Hebrew.
It's probably not so common, though. I would assume.
It was just the members of just the church officials,
To say that the Gemara finds it difficult to say that when we talk about a base med. What? Sorry, Roy. What?
I'm sorry, I'm just saying that it wasn't a common person who did any studying. It was just the religious people, the people around the churches, like the priests and their helpers, and whatever, and the monks. It wasn't the ordinary person. Most of them couldn't read anyway. So where they would gather would be in the pubs. That's their gathering place. I don't know how many people get involved.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about a commonly found place.
Mm.
Even if you say that they had one here and there, but it's not doesn't make sense that the Brisa would have a whole halacha about finding something in a place that's not so commonly present. Makes more sense to say that it's talking about a base medrash, like we know what a base medrash is.
Mm. They'd also gather at theatres. There'd be a lot of people in a theatre for entertainment.
But difference between Jews and non-Jews in that, though. That's really the key when you say theater. Yeah. So why would the Jews be there in a place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have any time or we're up?
Time's up.
It's hard. A minute. It's not going to work. Okay, we'll have to continue tomorrow. Take care.
Okay.
Be well. Thank you.
Everybody have a good day.
All right, have a good day.
Take care.
Bye, Phil. Bye, Roy. Bye, Lou.
Bye-bye.